Hey, what's good? Call me Zed here. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Premiere Pro to edit your videos. Before I go right into this, please keep in mind that this video is going to be mainly for beginners. Okay, so this is Premiere Pro. If you first open this up, you're going to see all your recent projects here. Yours will probably look different from mine. So the first thing you're going to do is come right up here to the left-hand corner and click New Project. Now this will come up and you might be scared by what all these information means, but don't worry about it. It's not important. So the first thing you're going to do is you'll see here where it says location. You're going to click that and you're going to find a good spot, good folder to save all your stuff. Then up here on name, we're going to give our little project a name. Let's call this tutorial. Once you've got your location and your name, you're just going to click OK. Now, when you first open up Premiere Pro, it will not look like this. This is my specific workstation and yours will look different. You can organize yours however you want. However, the point and all the stuff will still be available to you. If you don't know where anything is, like this effects panel, if you see it and you don't know where it is, just go up here to window and you'll see all these options here. Make sure they're selected and you'll be able to access them. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is come over here to this area right here, and you can either go into your folders and pick out a file, or you can push Control and I, and that'll allow you to select something. But I usually prefer to open up File Explorer, find the footage I want, and import it then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my footage from my Google Chooses 3 Games video and re-edit some of the stuff I hadn't included. So you're going to take your footage you have, drag it in, and just drop it right there. So once you've got your footage imported, you're just going to drag it and drop it right in here in the timeline. So once you've got your footage imported here, you've noticed that it's quite long. And what you're going to go through is you're going to watch the whole thing or skim through it, and you're going to pick out parts that you want to include in your video. Alright, so I'm going to start my video right when it opens up right here. So I want my frame to start here. So I'm going to come over here and select the razor tool. Or on your keyboard, you can push C. And if you have this enabled, snap and timeline. If it's not, just push S. You're going to come over and you're just going to click right there. Push V again to go back to select mode. Highlight this, press delete. And then you're going to press the space here and press delete again. Now, if you come back over here, you've noticed we've trimmed our footage. I've watched a little bit of this clip, and right here is where I want to change it. So I'm going to push C again. Right here is when I start talking again. So this space right here of emptiness, I'm going to go back to select mode, select this, do the same thing as before, click that, press delete. Just like that. Oh, and I've been doing this often, but make sure to push Control S all the time because Premiere is very crash prone, and you want to make sure you don't lose any of your work. A little tip for you all, you always want to make sure you're talking in your videos. Make sure you don't have any parts where it's dull or there's just nothing going on. Viewers are especially tuned to people's voices, so you really want to make sure you're constantly talking and constantly engaging with the audience. Now you're simply just going to do this process of like watching and cutting up your footage all the way through, or until you think you've hit a good length point. Simply having like fast-paced cut footage will help you stand out. Now, usually when I'm editing my videos, whenever I want to add a transition point, I'll click this button right here, add marker. Also click M and it'll add this little marker here, so that when I come back, I can see how to transition my video. Okay, so now we're gonna do transitions. So you've added all the markers and points you want to add transitions to. You're gonna come down to your panel here, and you're gonna click this button right here, new item, and then you're gonna push adjustment layer. Make sure this matches your composition, 1920, 1080, 60 FPS. You're going to drag it in and just plop it right down there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come to either side of it, click hold, and push it all pretty close to the end. What you're going to want to do is when there's a little pop-up, make sure the duration is 12 frames. You've got this. What you're going to do is you're going to click and hold on it while pushing Alt, and you're going to move it right over there. That's going to duplicate it. Then you're going to do this one more time. You go above, click, and drag. So once you've done that, I'm going to include a pack in the description to a bunch of free transition presets in the pack that I'm using for this video. I know it's not super beginner friendly, but you're going to want to use presets. They help your workflow go way faster. If you need a video help explaining how to import presets, I will link one in the description as well. So once you've got all your presets in, when you initially import them, that might be up here, but you need to find them. And the first one right here where it says main preset, hold and drag to the first adjustment layer. Now, I know this looks bad, but just bear with me here. Then we're gonna drag it again into that one right there. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna click any one of these presets. So let's do smooth slide left or right, and just drag that right there. Now you go back, make sure to save your video. You're gonna have a successful transition.
Stop it. That's not. No.
This looks good, but there's one extra thing you can do for transitions to make them just a little extra spicy. You're gonna want to add a whoosh sound effect. So in the description, I'll also link, I'm gonna link in a lot of stuff in this description. I'm gonna link a video that you can download, the MP3 of this, and it's just a bunch of different whooshes and sound effects you can use. Okay, so once you have it imported, you can double click it, and then you'll see something like this pop up. Don't be overwhelmed. Just click and drag it all the way across, and come to the part you like, which is this one, and then you're gonna click this right here, mark in, press space, good sound effect. Click this one right here, mark out, and then right here, you see this little wave thing. You're gonna drag that right in there. So then you're gonna zoom in a little bit and just try to align it as much as possible. It's fine if it's not perfect. Then I usually try to trim mine to be the length of my transition. And then we go back and save, and then take a look at it.
That's not. No.
Just like that. Usually when I'm adding music and stuff, I try to turn down the volume of these. Usually when I'm editing and adding sound effects and music, I like to turn this down so it's not as loud.
That's not. No.
You might recognize this technique from FInzar. FInzar's subtitle technique is very good, very handy, and personally I like it. So here's how it goes. So what you're gonna want to do if you want to add subtitles, which trust me, you do, they may double your editing time, but they really make you stand out because a lot of people don't use them. You're gonna go down here to where it says type tool, or you can just press T on your keyboard, go up here and just click anywhere. Now it doesn't matter what you do here. You're gonna go back, click here, and then push V. You're gonna push V and go back to selection tool. You're gonna take this graphic that's come up, and I want you to bring it out over the entire thing. So then you're gonna watch through the video, and right where I say oh wait, right where I start saying oh, I'm gonna push C, click right there, press V, I'll like this, delete. So I'm gonna say oh, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna cut there.
Wait, no, that.
I say wait, I click there. What I recommend doing is only doing a few words per subtitle, because you don't want to get too long on the edges of your videos. And I definitely have been guilty of that before.
No, that's not.
Alright, so just for the video, I'm only going to do a few words, but for your video, you can do the whole thing, just parts of it, whatever you choose. So once you've got everything highlighted and ready, you're going to click and hold, and you're going to make sure you select everything. I'm going to leave a preset pack in the description, another one. This one will be for subtitles, also by FInzar, and you're going to get all of these. So what I like to do is right here where it says base preset pop in, I'm gonna click and hold that and just drop that right over, and then you're gonna get, you'll notice it's just gonna say poop for everything. I highly recommend also trying to add another one of these presets along with it, because it just kind of makes it look better. You can experiment with this. Let's take preset 6 for example. You can drag and hold, add that on.
Oh wait,
maybe you like the style, maybe you don't. If you don't, you decide that you don't want it, just push Control Z, and that'll undo that. You can stick with the pop in if you want. Personally, I really like preset 3. That's the one I use.
Oh wait.
In your effects panel, you're gonna come up and you're gonna look up drop shadow, and you're gonna add it just onto this first one. So in drop shadow, you're gonna find where it says distance. Click that, put in 10, and then where it says softness, put in 20, just like that. Once you've done that, highlight drop shadow, right click, push copy or Control C.
Wait.
Then you're going to highlight everything else, every little text that you have, and push on your keyboard Control V. This will add a drop shadow to all of these clips. Now this is where it gets fun. Right here where I say oh, I'm going to push T, highlight over where it says poop, type in oh.
Oh wait.
I'm going to highlight that, put in wait.
Oh wait.
And then just repeat this process until you have everything subtitled. For situations like these where you start saying something but don't quite finish, you can add not and then 3 periods.
No, that's not.
And just like that, you have yourself some pretty easy subtitles. I have a playlist on my channel of a bunch of copyright-free music, but usually how I go about doing my music. Okay, so I usually come here, I create a new bin, music, we double click it, now you have a whole new free area to put stuff in. Don't worry, you can go back to your project and see everything else. You're gonna go out and you're gonna find some music that you like. I have a dedicated folder with all my music in it. But first, let's pick a song that we think would go good here. We'll do this one, SpongeBob, Bikini Bottom Wavy. So we're just gonna take whatever song you want and just plop it in right there. Alright, so usually after I've imported my music, I like to double click it and make sure there's no stuff at the beginning. So my song starts right about here. Click mark in. And you don't necessarily need to click mark out. Take this and grab it right here, plop it right into my timeline. I mean, you've already kind of done your music. However, usually what I like to do is come up here and set the volume to around -20. That's a good background volume. If it's too quiet, then you can bump it up, and if it's too loud, you can go down, but it'll really depend on the song and the file you have.
Oh, wait. No, that's not.
So this sounds a little bit loud, so I'm just gonna put it down to 25. Let's see how that sounds.
Oh, wait.
So little advice for you guys, if you want, let's just assume right here on this clip, like something kind of funny happens. Usually what I like to do, I don't do this too often, but I'll press C, click right there, and the funny bit happens. I'll take this part and move it so that the song will play, something funny will happen, and then it'll resume, and it creates this really funny effect.
Do that. Why is everything so far away? Don't drop. Ah!
Yeah, just like that. Transitioning songs. I highly recommend about every 30 seconds putting in a new song, because that keeps your audience engaged and focused on your video. Alright, so now that sounds good. So I'll just take this, drag the audio, and let's say I wanted to start here about. So I'll select this clip, and you want to fade them out. And come up here where it says level. Then I usually go about maybe 2 seconds ahead. So if we're at 1727, let's go 1927. And then come up here. Now where it says level, set it to -60. -60 is going to be no sound. Once you're here, you're going to go to your second audio. You're going to set this to -20, and that's going to automatically create a keyframe. And you're going to go back to the start right here. And you're going to set this to -60. If you get lost, you can use these arrows to automatically jump to your audio. And usually for your original audio, once it's completely faded out, I go to the end, press C, split the layer, grab the silent audio, and delete it.